Depression is like a monster in your head. It takes control of your life. It makes you feel bad in every situation and spoils your life. My life was filled with hopeless days and sleepless nights. It was a terrible phase in my life.
Depression can affect anyone at any point of time, irrespective of age or gender. This can be due to genetic, psychological, or any other factor. It is now a major contributor to global suicides. This is the truth about depression, the disease of modernity. Depression is a common yet serious medical illness that affects a person's thoughts, behavior, feelings, and sense of well-being. It is often described as a state of low mood. But it is more than just a low mood. It's a serious condition that affects both your physical and mental health.
Depression is primarily a mood disorder, and we don't just call it as depression because it will be confused for depression in the Arabian Sea, depression in Bay of Bengal. So when we say depression, it is called as depressive disorder.
History of depression dates back to ancient times. It was initially called melancholia. Melancholia emerges as an illness in the 4th century writings of Hippocrates. Ancient physicians believed it was due to imbalance of the bodily fluids. However, by the middle of the 19th century, psychology had become an established field of study. During 20th century, advances in neuroscience had given psychiatrists and psychologists in-depth insights about functioning of mind, which led to the further study on depression and its effects.
Depression, most of the people think that it's a functional disorder. Actually, there are neurochemical changes that causes depression, as well as depression can cause a lot of neurochemical changes in the brain. Invariably, depression is associated with anxiety. So there will be a lot of sympathetic arousal. There will be long-term changes in the brain. There can be a lot of physical illnesses that can be precipitated by depression. So biochemical changes are both cause and effect in case of depressive disorder. Depression has multifactorial reason. We call it as biopsychosocial model, meaning there are biological aspects like genetics. A lot of chromosomal changes have been identified for depression.
Researchers suggest that usually depression results from a combination of various factors. It may be due to genetics, changes in hormone levels, certain medical conditions, stress, grief, or difficult life circumstances. Any of these factors alone or in combination can precipitate changes in brain chemistry and may lead to depression.
There are core symptoms and there are ancillary symptoms. The core symptoms, primarily, as I said, depression is a mood disorder. So the person will have sadness, and this sadness is qualitatively much more compared to the normal sadness one feels. And this sadness is pervasive throughout the day and throughout the events. So any enjoyable or pleasurable events which the person would feel earlier, he loses pleasure. And he feels energetic, a loss of energy, not because of physical problems, but because of his psychological inactivity. So these are the 3 core features in depressive disorder. Now, other symptoms can be like helplessness, hopelessness, decreased concentration, decreased memory, sleep disturbances. It could be loss of sleep or more sleeping, change in appetite, either loss of appetite or increased appetite, guilt feelings, feeling of having committed some sin, worthlessness, suicidal ideations, death wishes. Sometimes they tend to commit suicide as well. So if any of these 2 core features and 2 ancillary features are present for more than 2 weeks, then we call it as a depressive disorder.
Recent studies reveal shocking facts about depression. Depression among adolescents and young adults are increasing at fast pace. Rates of depression and anxiety among teenagers have increased by 70% in the past 25 years. According to the study published in the journal Psychological Medicine, the chances of depression was found to be high in the age group of 12 to 25 years. At a global level, over 300 million people are estimated to suffer from depression, equivalent to 4.4% of the world's population. The scenario is no better in India. According to the report by World Health Organization, 4.5% of total population of India have depressive disorders. 1 in 4 children in the age group of 13 to 15 years in the country suffer from depression. This makes India the most depressed country in the world.
It's a global village. People are connected across the world. Competition has increased and it has become like survival of the fittest. So either a true competition or a virtual competition has been created. People are on the run. People are on the focus of achievement. So there is this constant pressure of doing something, and whenever there is a fear of kind of losing something, it gives into depressive illnesses. So pressure from the peers, pressure from the college, pressure from the family and social expectations has led to increased trend in depressive disorders and increased incidences of completed suicide as well. The weightage for the psychological expressions are minimal. So if there is a physical symptom, that will get more value rather than if someone says I'm not feeling okay, I'm feeling sad. So it's more of a taboo to express some kind of psychological variations. So one need to understand that mind is also a organ, vital organ. So a lot of people doesn't understand that they suffer from a disorder concerning mind, and they are not focused that disorder of mind can affect their comprehensive health.
Depression is the leading cause of disability worldwide and is a major contributor to the overall global burden of diseases. At its worst, depression can lead to suicide. It's high time to break myths about depression. We must encourage people to open up and speak about it. It's just like any other illness or disease. There are a range of effective treatments and medications to treat depression.
Excellent medications that are available now with very minimal side effects. Earlier, tricyclic antidepressants, that's imipramine, amitriptyline. Okay. Then later on we have serotonin specific reuptake inhibitors. These are all based on the understanding which neurochemical basis is causing depressive disorder. So we have highly specific antidepressant medications which also take care of sleep disturbances, disturbances in their appetite. Sometimes certain people have loss of libido. So these antidepressant medications doesn't cause any sexual side effects. Certain medications can be given even in cardiac problems, even in pregnancy and lactating mothers. So there is a whole range of very good medications that are available, and it is quite economical.
Stress reduction techniques have been studied as possible treatments for depression. One such practice, yoga and meditation, has become increasingly popular in recent days.
Chitta vritti nirodha. This aphorism found in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. So he says that yoga is meant to control your mental modification. Depending upon circumstance, depending upon situation, depending upon your food, depending upon your work environment, your mind will be getting the influence, so that your mind will be getting again and again fluctuation. So as you practice asana, pranayama and dhyana, automatically your mind will be controlled. There is a beautiful text called Hatha Yoga Pratipika. It says, Chaleva te chalam chittam nischale nischalam bhavet yogi sthanutvam apnoti tasmad vayum nirodhayet. So as you control your breath, automatically mind will be getting the strength. So when the mind is not having strength, that is considered as a depression. Okay, so as you increase your mental strength, automatically the mind will be coming up, there will be no problem at all.
Celebrities from across the fields have come in support of encouraging people to discuss about depression. And they too have shared their moments from depression.
Just a feeling of not being completely there, breaking down for no reason, truly just feeling completely lost and not understanding what was happening to me.
Governments and organizations across the globe are striving to educate people about mental health. In this direction, the Government of India has launched various schemes like National Mental Health Program and District Mental Health Program. Depression can affect any one of us at any point of life. It's time to start thinking about them as legitimate health concerns. Let's open about depression and beat the stigma attached to it. Let us help people come out of depression and help them lead a healthy life.